We'll call the Carlisle Village Council meeting to order. Would everyone please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mr. Lamb?
Present.
Mr. Jewett?
Present.
Mr. Bicknell?
Present.
Mr. McIntosh?
Present.
Ms. Tankersley?
Present.
Mr. Humphries?
Here.
Mayor Winkler?
Here. We have a motion to suspend the reading of the minutes by the clerk.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Tankersley?
Yes.
Mr. Humphries?
Yay.
Mr. Bicknell?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Mr. McIntosh?
Yes.
Mr. Jewett?
Yes.
Mayor Winkler?
Yes. Before you are the minutes of our regular meeting of October 23rd. Is there any additions or corrections to the minutes as presented? Hearing none, is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. McIntosh?
Yes.
Mr. Jewett?
Yes.
Ms. Tankersley?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Mr. Humphries?
Yes.
Mr. Bicknell?
Yes.
Mayor Winkler?
Yes. Minutes of October 23rd have been adopted. Next is our public forum. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to address council this evening? Seeing none, we'll close the public forum. We'll move on to council reports. Mr. Lamb, would you like to start off tonight?
Just one thing. Recently, there's been some things in the news with accidents involving school buses and kids. So just want to remind everybody to not be distracted while driving and pay close attention when the school buses are out.
Is that all?
That is all.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Jewett?
I have nothing this evening.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Bicknell?
I also have nothing, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. McIntosh?
A couple things. First of all, looking ahead to the end of the year, our last meeting of the year is scheduled on Christmas Day. I would like to entertain the idea of having, as we have in years past, having both of our December meetings on the 11th. So if anyone has any discussion or issues with that, we can come up with something else. But
I think that's a good idea, and then staff can also get in touch with us for a special meeting if need be.
okay. So I would like to make a motion to have both of our December meetings on the 11th.
Have a motion by Mr. McIntosh. Do we have a second?
Second.
Pick one.
Go ahead. Go ahead with him.
Okay.
Roll call.
Mr. Bicknell?
Yes.
Mr. McIntosh?
Yes.
Mr. Jewett?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Mr. Humphries?
Yes.
Ms. Tankersley?
Yes.
Mayor Winkler?
Yes.
Thank you. A couple other items. I was not able to make it due to some family events on Sunday, but I'd like to thank Mayor Winkler and everyone that was involved in the Veterans Program. Like I said, I couldn't make it, but I appreciate the effort. And I look forward to making that better next year and the years to come, make that an annual event that Carlisle is known for. So I would like to thank Mayor Winkler for his efforts on that. We still have a lot of vacancies, special events, I believe, and a lot of citizen seats. So just to, again, please get involved if you would like. Submit letters of interest to Ms. Harover, and we'll get you plugged in. Last item, there's quite a few discussion topics that we've had in the past couple months and even dating back to our retreat. So I would just like to kind of give a heads up to the rest of the council that I'll probably be asking for a work session on every meeting for the coming months to go over, cross off some of these items that we've tinkered with. So just fair warning on that. I think that's it. Thanks.
Thank you. Ms. Tankersley?
I have nothing tonight, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Humphries?
Thank you. I would like to note that November 26th, on the last Monday of the month, the Monday after Thanksgiving, will be the tree lighting ceremony It'll start at 5:45 at Hillcrest Church, which will be a spaghetti dinner with salad and bread. That'll be from 5:45 to 7 o'clock. Town Hall, 7:15 will be the tree lighting ceremony with some caroling. And then Carlisle Community Church across the street would be Santa, treats and drinks at 7:30. After tonight's meeting, we'll be convening a special events committee work session to continue to discuss things that are going to be happening and things that have led up to now. So at this time, thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll close the council report, move on to mayor's report. I would like to thank everyone who chipped in and helped out with the veterans program we had on Sunday. We had the Boy Scouts there greeting the veterans as they came in. They also led us in the Pledge of Allegiance. We had Post 165 out of Miamisburg American Legion Color Guard present the colors. Carlisle Manor supplied the drinks. The Lions Club for providing us a place to have the event. Craig Harris, who is very involved with a program that has been set by Walmart. They give out green light bulbs. And if you display a green light bulb in front of your house, it is showing support for veterans. And Mr. Harris has these light bulbs at his business on Park Drive, and they're free if you'd like to stop by and get one. And I think I've touched on everyone, but we had a nice event, and we appreciate everyone that came out, and our thank you to all the veterans who wasn't able to make it as well. That's all I have this evening. We'll close the mayor's report, move on to manager's report.
Thank you. I do have just a couple things. A reminder that GEMS is offering one more free community CPR class that's open to the public. The last one for this year will be on Saturday, December the 15th from 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. And I believe, if I remember, that's over at the City of Franklin Fire Department. We'll have some information posted on our Facebook and website pages to remind people that opportunity that's out there. Another great opportunity that's a little closer this week on Thursday and Friday. I'd like to invite everybody to come and watch the Carlisle Theater Department as they put on The Great Gatsby. It should be a very good performance. We have a lot of talented individuals in our community. There are two shows, one this Thursday and one Friday. Both shows start at 7:30 p.m. and I believe tickets are $10. And there is, if you go through the school website, you can pre-purchase your seats and tickets, or you can just buy them at the door. So I want to encourage everyone to come out and support our local arts community. A quick reminder that, I hate to say it, that's already upon us, but Thanksgiving is next week. Plan your shopping accordingly. The town hall offices will be closed in observance of the Thanksgiving holiday on Thursday and Friday. Police services and fire services will be run 24/7, but I want to remind people of that. And then one final thing, just a friendly reminder, just to be conscious of what you put into your drains that ultimately go into our sewer systems. Things that may be marketed as flushable wipes, certain types of shop towels and products aren't really that flushable when it comes down to it, and can create some havoc down the line. And we try to do what we can to camera and monitor systems and check for low points, but just a friendly reminder that to put those type of items with your regular trash service, and just put more organic materials down the pipes, not grease. All right, that's all I have this evening.
Sounds like we've had some problems.
Just preventative. Some of the communities have been posting some information about some of their escapades in their sewer systems, and we do not want to be in that situation. It is not pretty and it is not cheap. So preventative, but just a friendly reminder.
All right, thank you. We'll close the manager report. We have no committee reports, old business or new business this evening. Under first readings of ordinance and resolutions, a resolution 1718 authorizing the manager to sign a change order with John R. Jurgensen, and that is on for an emergency.
This is on for an emergency because the project has been completed. This refers to the paving project down Dayton, Oxford. And I hope everyone agrees that it looks very pretty and is much smoother than it has been for a very long time. When we do a large project and we bid out the estimated quantities and materials needed to do a paving job, they're always estimated quantities. Once we get billed by the actual amount of materials used on the jobs. Sometimes they use less materials than we have anticipated, and sometimes they use a little bit more materials. So the original contract that council authorized me to sign was for a set amount of dollars. Now that the project's been complete and they've tallied the final quantities, the project did go up a bit, so we do need to increase our contract with the company by $7,863.52. This is for the additional materials for the paving and the berming along the road. The overall project is way under the original budget that we had anticipated, so we're good. But this would just allow me the authority to sign the change order to finalize the project.
Okay. May I have a motion to suspend the rule requiring 3 readings and have 1 reading by title only and declaring an emergency?
So moved.
Roll call?
Mr. Humphries?
Yes.
Ms. Tankersley?
Yes.
Mr. Bignell?
Yes.
Mr. Jewett?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Mr. McIntosh?
Yes.
Mayor Winkler?
Yes.
A resolution authorizing the manager to sign change order number 1 with John R. Jurgensen for the Dayton Oxford Road Improvement Project and declaring an emergency.
Any further discussion? Motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Jewett?
Yes.
Mr. Humphries?
Yes.
Mr. Bignell?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Ms. Tankersley?
Yes.
Mr. McIntosh?
Yes.
Mayor Winkler?
Yes. Resolution 1718 has been adopted. On to second and third readings of ordinance and resolutions. Ordinance 2318, fiscal year 2019 appropriations budget, on for a second reading.
An ordinance to make appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures for the municipality of Carlisle, Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2019.
Any discussion? That will be on for a third and final reading on the 27th of November. Next, we have an executive session, personnel, to consider the appointment of a public employee or official. May I have a motion to go into executive session
Possible action.
with possible action to follow? Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you.
So moved.
If you also indicate there is a work session afterwards, just in case people want to know.
Okay, I didn't see that on here.
It's a, I'm sorry, a committee.
Oh,
committee.
okay. And also, there is a community events committee meeting following the regular session. Mr. McIntosh, Mrs. Tankersley, Mr. Humphries is the committee, and that is also open to the public.
Sorry, on to the vote.
Motion. I'll make that motion. Sorry.
We have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. McIntosh?
Yes.
Mr. Jewett?
Yes.
Mr. Humphries?
Yes.
Mr. Bignell?
Yes.
Ms. Tankersley?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Mayor Winkler?
Yes. We are now in executive session.